Mainly what I'm doing here is just getting thump. That's what I'm doing. Just looking for some thump. Previously on Speaking in Drums. Yeah, that's not what happened. It is ideal for both kinds of music. Rock and metal. And that's more like it. Now, here's part 2 of Speaking in Drums, Going EMAD. So you're hearing it straight from the GoPro as is. There's nothing enhanced on here. I'm not doing any sort of magic to it or whatever. It is what it is. So that's why it may sound different in volume in some places. I try to even that, and that's really the only thing I do on these videos in reference to that. But I was able to capture different angles too, so you can see how the beater is applying to the head and everything like that. So I'm not having the stuttering problem that I've had in the past, because I do have muffling inside there. The tuning isn't much higher. In fact, as far as the batter head itself, it may be about the same place as it was before. The front head usually is a little bit tighter. But you're also, and as I've mentioned in here, you're going to hear those overtones coming from especially the floor tom. That resonant head, for some reason, really picks up, and it wasn't noticeable when I'm playing, but it is when you hear the playback. I've got to work on that. I'm considering getting an EMAD for the floor tom. They do make those a 16-inch EMAD for floor toms, the batter head. Although I do like brighter drums as far as the maple shell, the sound, the volume. I'm just not thrilled about how it sounds in here and on these recordings. But this isn't a studio. This is just basically like a living room. I don't have any carpet in here. It's on a carpet, and that's it. That's really all I've got. So I don't have soundproofing, dampening, nothing like that. So kind of what you see is what you get, and what you're going to hear too. Probably the thing that I would say is the most important just in general with your bass drum head is going to be getting the tension right where you need it to be. I think it's most important. Your pedal, your beater reacting from the impact against the head, that can vary based on the head's tension. So if you have something that's kind of loose, or what I sometimes call like watery, like that EMAD that I played at the Hard Rock Cafe last year, that at some point it kind of felt like I was being slow and sluggish because I wasn't used to that type of head. That action was a little much for me, as I had to work at it a little bit, and then I got used to it. You know, it worked itself out, but at first it was like, whew, this is a little tough. Sounds great, feels great, but I'm not used to it. I probably should go with a different head for all-purpose work, because I do play different styles like reggae, jazz, Latin, funk, whatever I can play. I play mostly pop, rock, metal, country. Huh? You know, you're just too darn loud. So with all of the different styles of music that I play, really my purpose in this was just to find a drum head that I could use that was going to cut through practically any type of music, any situation, with or without a mic, preferably with no internal muffling, little tone as possible, little sustain, just something that was going to be just tremendous. It's going to, I mean, the drum itself already sounds like a cannon going off, regardless of what head you put on it. This shell is explosive. But that was another thing too, is I needed to find something that was going to be strong, that was very punchy and powerful, but would also allow me to not wear out my joints as much, because I do kick like a mule. And in fact, I've broken a bass drum head without having the little protective piece on there for the beaters. I have broken an Aquarian Super Kick drum head in 3 songs. Brand new, slapped it on. By the end of the 3rd song, my beater had already driven through the head. Okay, and I play like that. I used to get up after shows, and I would be aching literally from the waist down. So as I had mentioned before, I wanted a loud attack, something defined that would cut and could be heard through any group that I played for, hopefully without having to use monitors so I could hear it myself. I wanted to be able to hear it back where I'm playing, no matter which stage I'm on or if I'm between 2 toilets or not. The drum head itself is a fantastic item, and I'm going to use it for all of my applications. I mean, a company like that has quality design, dependability on the product itself. I mean, it's durable, it's going to last, it doesn't fail. I haven't had anything from Evans fail. They hold up really well. And just getting the sound that I need and the ability to cut without having to do a lot of work, that's what I need the Heavyweight for. I need something that's going to get me to a place where the drum's going to sound like the cannon that it is, cut through when it needs to, but without me having to wreck my body in the process.
Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. What? Shut up!
It's designated, it's ideal for both kinds of music, rock and metal. And if it's not metal, it's crap. Alright? I'm too fat. Anyhow,